Ang mas importanteng tanong, sino pa kaya ang pinagpapapatay mo?
Ikaw ba si Vivian? O ikaw yung mga masasamang tao?
Untold. Now showing worldwide.
Hi, hello everyone. Welcome sa live episode ng Cripsilog. Available on Spotify. Hello, 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 ayan. So, ayun, welcome creepers dito sa episode natin with Untold. And ayan, introduce na natin ating mga guests for today. So we have Direct Derek Cabrido, ang director ng Untold.
Hello guys.
We also have Sir Keith Monteverde, ang producer ng movie sa Regal Films.
Hello.
Yay! Ayan. So, mention lang natin yung Untold. So, Untold is about Vivian Vera, who is a multi-awarded journalist with a dark past. And she sensationalized some of the breaking news for her ambition. Her distortion of the truth ruined lives, and these lives have begun to haunt Vivian. And they want her to join them, or else they will kill everyone around her na tumulong sa kanya in her lie. Ayun yung logline sa Letterboxd. So, Untold stars Jody Santa Maria, Juan Carlos Labajo, Kaori Oinuma, Lian Valentin, Joanne Pascon, Mylene Dizon, and Gloria Diaz. Showing on April 30 in cinemas nationwide. Ayan.
Thank you, kids. Thank you everyone for coming. Maraming salamat, short notice. Salamat sa pumunta sa pagpa-unlock sa aming invitation. Thank you, Sir Keith. And first time niya po sa Cripsilog. And si Derek po ay welcome back sa inyo. Na-interview namin siya last year for Malayari po. So this time, it's about Untold. And so may mga few questions lang po kami, sirs. Bale, dun po sa nakita namin sa Wikipedia page nung Untold, nakalagay psychological horror movie siya. Tapos sa trailer, parang may mga elements ng supernatural. So, ano po ba siya? More on psychological horror or supernatural or both?
Who's this directed to, me or Derek?
And sino po, sir?
Both na lang.
Yeah, actually, I think it's both and then some. You know, Derek did a good job of blending in a lot of horror elements, and obviously my twist, and he brought a lot of new things in for this movie.
Well, tulad ng sabi ni Keith, it's both supernatural and then at the same time, it's rin siyang psychological horror. Nung kinonceptualize kasi namin, we make sure na both elements is present doon sa story. So,
How did you come up with the story po nung nagka-conceptualize pa lang kayo?
it was during, it is one of the meeting with Miss Rosel. Tapos ng the whole creative team of Regal that we were trying to look for a new horror story that we could do. Tapos nun, naalala ko nun parang pinag-uusapan namin anong klaseng story yung gagawin natin na makaka-relate yung public. And kasi kung napansin yung most of the horror movies that na lumalabas na ngayon is always true to life or based on a true story or inspired by actual events. Nakagana na siya eh. So sabi namin, sige, paano natin gagawin yung horror story ngayon na dito na based or inspired by or at least may knowledge tayo sa mga ganitong bagay. Tapos napag-usapan namin, coming from someone who used to work for GMA7. Tapos na syempre, mga kwento ng mga kaibigan. And then during the meeting also, na pagsasensationalize sa mga storya na lumabas. So doon na po yung it was, kumbaga, it's a joint effort between Rosel, the creative team of Regal, and to put up a story. And then later on, we asked Anton to write the first draft of the script, and then later on, Enrico take over to finalize the final version.
Nung last day niyo, yesterday, tinanong namin kayo ng mga favorite horror movies niya. Sabi niyo yung mga classics like Nightmare on Elm Street. So, kinain kita tayo. Kay Sir Keith na lang po, anong mga favorite horror movies po niyo? Or yung mga produced lang by Regal.
Yeah, everything produced by Regal. Starting with Shape 2, Aswang with Ama Concepcion,
Yes.
Diablo with Gabby Concepcion. So those were the movies I grew up watching. And so those are movies I hold dear. On the American side, I grew up watching Nightmare on Elm Street, Pet Cemetery, Exorcist. So those were, I think, iba eh, pag napanood mo, pag bata ka pa, parang it sticks with you longer. So those were the movies I really think about.
True, sir. I think most of us nga din kinalakihan Shake, Rattle, and Roll ng mga films. So I think marami sa atin na traumatized ng
Undin, gano'n.
Undin, yung aswang na, yung kay,
Alma Moreno.
Alma Moreno,
Frigidaire.
Frigidaire.
Ay, tsaka yung kay Manilyn sa yung isang barangay ng Aswang. Yung
Yeah.
siya yung handa sa fiesta.
I think Regal din yan, di ba?
Yeah, Regal yung Aswang.
Kay
with Manila.
Yan ba yun?
Aswang.
Yeah.
Yung sarili niyang movie
Yes,
na aswang.
so, ito yung pag dito, kasama si Ana Roses, right?
siya.
Na niluto yung
Yung may fiesta.
yung may fiesta.
Siya pala yung handa.
Naalala
Actually,
ko na.
ngayon may office mate ako pag niyayaya ako sa probinsya. Tapos tatanong niya, fiesta ba doon? Kasi kung fiesta, hindi siya sasama. So, kasi na-traumatize ng aswang. So, yun. So, mga recent, sir, na mga horror movies. Kasi maraming lumabas last year. So, may mga napanood ba kayo na feeling nyo na okay sa inyo?
Ako, Long Legs.
Long Legs.
Sobrang naging fan ako ng Long Legs. Of course, Smile 2. Ano pa ba yung mga lumabas? Substance. Yeah.
Yeah.
Sinners ba? Napanood nyo na ba?
Sinners hindi pa. Nakaschedule pa lang bukas.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Kasi
Showing
very
na.
rave reviews siya.
Yeah, Sinners is good. I watched
Yeah,
that
napanood ko.
opening day. It's good.
Maganda yung story.
Yeah, I think maganda yung story, pero maganda yung drama elements of Sinners. And of course, the music. So it's a little bit different.
So hindi siya pure horror. Okay.
Yeah.
Walang sumagot ng trap. Ako lang may gusto sa trap. Hindi siya mali.
Kasi Trap, I don't think of Trap as horror.
Ako
It's
din.
more of a thriller.
Oh, thriller.
Pero yeah, that was okay.
husband is a killer. Yung ba?
As still for Sir Keith, meron ba kayong mga experiences in horror, like personal experiences na
Or naniniwala mo siya.
willing kayo i-share? Or naniniwala mo kayo?
Yeah, I think growing up in the Philippines, I tend to believe in a lot of the stories. Yeah, especially at my lola's old house, we used to have a big house na sobrang luma. So once in a while, the door bigla gumagalaw, open, close by itself. So there's always experiences like that.
Sir, napansin namin din sa trailer, may parang element of yung pagbukas ng third eye. Mention lang natin may mga kasama tayo sa audience na bukas ang third eye. So, meron may nakikita kayo ngayon dito, sabihin nyo lang. Ayun pa, good.
So ano po, di ba direct, mostly may mga horror movies yung nagawa niya. We have Clarita noong 2019 ba? Tama ba? 2019 with Jodie pa rin, Santa Maria. And then, noong 2023, Malyari with Piolo Pascual. So ano po, ano po ba the same difference po ba with those movies with Untold po?
Iba siya eh. Kasi, for example, for Clarita, sobrang heavy. Drama heavy yun. And then for Malyari, of course, tatong timeline siya eh. And then at the same time, ang laro kasi ng Malyari, it's more on, tag dito, may pumapatay. So, kumbaga, ano pa?
Serial killer.
May serial killer.
Yeah, serial killer.
For Untold kasi, we try to combine, surprisingly, we try to combine talaga ang horror, comedy into drama, and a little bit of romance. So, medyo mahirap siyang timplahin. Kasi parang pag nagkamali ka ng konti, it's either magiging baduy, or corny, or hindi siya nakakatawa. Alam mo yun. So, at the same time, kailangan mo i-keep yung element na, horror to. So, I'm quite happy na given this na advanced screening na yung feedback na gustuhan ng tao. Pero this is the first time na sinubukan ko yung ganun type of blending all other genre as well dun sa loob ng horror. And surprisingly, it works. Pwede pala. Possible pala siyang gawin.
Yeah, nakanood na tayo ng mga horror movies na may mga comedy elements,
Yung campy.
di ba? Campy element, yeah. Ano bang influences niyo po for Untold?
Malaking factor kasi for me, yun, coming from someone who used to work sa GMA7 sa public affairs. Siyempre, we're always in the field. I did story for Eyewitness, Kapuso mo Jessica Soho, Reporter's Notebook. So, at the same time for GMA News. So, parang, just to give an example, for example, ang Patuan Massacre. Di ba? Yung mga ganun. Or kaya, there was this landslide na nangyari. Or, dito, paglubog ng MV Princess of the Stars. So, kita mo first hand yung bangkay, yung effect, yung after. Di ba? So, malaking, for me, we try to put some of those components doon sa pelikula. Of course, may mga kwento na, uy, may ganitong reporter daw, or journalist nag-sensationalist. Talaga, ano nangyari? So, syempre, yun, we try to incorporate some of them doon sa loob ng story as well. Yun. So, para mabuo namin yung story nung ano. So, yun yung ano namin, take namin. So, parang at the same time, ito yung kasagsagan ng fake news sa Philippines. Di ba? Parang out of nowhere, bigla na lang ang fake news. Part na siya ng buhay natin. Hindi na siya something na extraordinary. Ganon. Parang naging norms na siya. So parang kami, ano nangyayari kapag yung fake news is actually tinatanggap na siya as fact na talaga. And then people doing it na as wala lang. Ganon. So, tingin ko, yun yung pinakita namin for Untold.
Parang may question na dito na ano, di ba main slant ng movies about media practices, yun. So parang ayun, somehow derived ba siya? Na-mention nyo before na you worked with news and current affairs, ganyan. Parang ano, derived ba siya from your own experience din ba? With media practitioners, ganyan.
Hindi naman. Pag dito, hindi naman siya, kasi if there's one thing naman I'm proud of while working with GMA, is that the ethics and the standards of gathering the news information, sobrang kumbaga mataas. Saka at the same time, ang dami mong dadaan ng butas bago mo mailabas yung balita. But, of course, we hear stuff from regional to local to national news na parang, uy, kilala namin yung ganitong journalist na ganito na may hinuli pagkatapos yung walis tambo inabot doon sa victim para palupaluin yung suspect. Yung mga ganun tipo. Na parang, oo nga, no. Kasi para mas gawing dramatic yung video. So, yung mga ganong kwento, we tried to put some element para mabuo yung story na. But, more than that is, kumbaga, dito, we make sure na yung mga nilagay namin dito na storya is merong pinanggagalingan. Kung ano man yun, din na lang namin sasabihin. Siyempre.
Inspired by real events
Okay.
and real people.
Yes.
So, meron din sa trailer nakita namin na na-mention si Jody about sumpa. Ganun. Naniniwala po ba kayo? Kayo Pandala? Sa sumpa or kulam? Ganyan.
It's a good question. I think yes, to a certain extent, even though I stay pretty grounded. Sometimes sumpa or things like that is like a extension of the feeling of guilt. It affects our sense of justice. So I think in some ways it's real, but it's just like our own manifestation of how we're feeling. If that makes sense.
Yeah. Kayo direct.
Ako, yes, naniniwala ako sa sumpa. I mean, as a curse, naniniwala ako na in a sense that na parang like what sabi ni Keith na parang it could be supernatural siguro sa iba, but definitely meron at merong effects sa'yo kahit personal mo is kapag hindi ka makawala sa guilt na ginawa mo and then bit-bit mo siya, boom, buhay mo. You could say that you're already cursed because of that certain situation.
Exactly.
So, of course, sa mga Pilipino kasi lalo na sa mga probinsya, naniniwala sila sa supernatural na sumpa. And there's nothing wrong about that. Parang some of them believe, meron pang mga pang-kontra, di ba?
Actually, ako din. Yun naman. Tinanong eh.
Ikaw ba?
Kasi parang, dito true sa atin ba, words are powerful. So, minsan kapag may
Yes.
binitawan kang salita, it's out there, hindi mo mabawi. Tapos, nangyayari minsan. So, parang kahit di mo intent na, so, yun yung parang feeling ko yun yung ganun yung,
Manifest
yung, yung real life, ng sumpa. Kapag may sinabi, sana magkaganto si ganto. Tapos parang, nangyayari siya kasi you put it out there. Parang,
Iba yung power ng word kapag in-invoke mo, lalo na kapag galit na galit ka.
yung nga lang pag negative lang lagi, hindi pwedeng positive. Parang,
Yun nga eh, sana sinusumpa ko yayaman ako.
galit na galit ka, pero it doesn't work that way, sayang.
Oo nga eh.
Question for both po. Alin po yung pinaka challenging or maybe expensive scene to shoot? Without spoiling
Oh my God.
anything.
Kingpin construction.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think it's the construction scenes. May part kasi ng pelikula na may construction building. Kung iisipin mo, maliit lang siya eh. Construction building lang. Pero ang daming elements na kailangan namin ng truck, tapos doon, kailangan maghukay, yung mga ganun. Ano pa ba? Yung design ng buong building, kailangan namin dagdagan, kailangan namin ayusin. Ang hirap na nga mag-shoot dun sa building kasi delikado yung building eh. I mean, unfinished kasi siya.
Yeah.
So, hindi mo alam kung safe pa yung lugar. Tapos, naalala ko na kapag nag-shoot kami, kasi walang kuryente yung buong building. So, naka-generator kami para sa ilaw namin. Pero, yung kapag naglalakad ka, kita mo yung, pag nagkamali ako ng tapak dito, parang laglag ako sa first floor. Tapos nasa 6th floor kami. Hindi pong skyline na yung kita namin ng paligid. Tapos ang problema po pa nun, bukas na bukas siya. Na tipong kapag may mga parts na may molds na, so kapag nadulas ka, ayun.
Goodbye.
Goodbye. Ganun. Gaganon ka na lang. So tingin ko yun yung pinakamahirap. Saka, ang ang alikabok, tapos nun, ang init. Summer din.
It was nighttime.
Oh,
Nighttime. The shoot was at
Nighttime
night.
siya.
So there's a lot of lights, safety, a lot
Ang
of
daming
prep.
safety issues na kailangan siguraduhin muna. Pagkatapos nun, bago ka makababa ng first floor, meron pang part ng hagdanan na parang butas siya. Yun.
Wala naman po nahulog.
Wala naman.
Yun lang kayo
Tapos may malapit na sementeryo.
Yeah.
Di ba? Yun yung nakakaano dun.
May cemetery scene din to.
Oo, may sementeryo
Yeah.
scene. Pero ang catch, yung mismong building niya, malapit sa sementeryo.
Malapit siya sa cemetery.
Ganda. At least pag nahulog ka,
Andun na.
nahukay na, bibig ka na lang.
Nakita ko po sa trailer, sir, may part dun na parang nak-clear yung buong simbahan.
In Quiapo.
Quiapo.
The Quiapo scene.
So, bumpa, isa kayo.
Yeah.
Paano
Actually, when I think about it, the whole movie was expensive.
Yes.
Hindi lang yung mga scenes. Actually, to be fair, it's probably the biggest horror movie Rigos has made. So we really put a lot of effort in every scene.
Yes.
Isang first reaction ko dun, gits nakita. Wow, paano
ginawa?
Yun na walang katao-tao. Pandemic levels. Lockdown levels.
Well, yung Quiapo, sinigurado, malaking tulong nung kumbaga ng barangay.
Yeah.
Kasi hindi siya VFX. I mean,
legit.
yeah.
sinigurado namin, okay, walang maglalakad dito sa mga parts na to. Isarado tong parts na to. Yan sa tipong lahat kami, parang siguro galit na galit sa amin lahat ng mga taga-Quiapo nung panahon.
Yeah, because we really closed down Quiapo.
Yeah,
For that
close
scene.
namin.
That whole area.
So parang kami, okay, sige. So parang kami, kahit nung, to be honest, nung sinushoot namin, no, parang lahat ng staff na parang, shh, sorry. Ang creepy ng lugar.
Yeah.
Ngayon lang namin nakita ang tapon. Ganito pala itsura niya pag walang tao. And hindi siya kaaya-aya. Kasi di ba sanay tayo na punong-puno ng tao ang
Buhay na
Quiapo,
buhay siya.
buhay na buhay. So, yung time na parang walang tao, parang kakaiba yung itsura niya. Ang creepy talaga tingnan. Parang, hindi siya kaaya-aya tingnan. Walang tao.
I can imagine. Parang nung pandemic, di ba, nung naka-lockdown, parang everywhere.
Oo, ganun yung feeling. Ganun yung feeling niya.
Favorite scene po na na-shoot niyo without also spoiling anything?
Ako yung nag-uusap si Vivian sa yung psychologist.
Nakita ko yun sa trailer.
Oo. Yung sinabi niya, nakakakita na ako ng
Apo.
ito. Mahaba yung scene niya. And for me, dalawa yan eh. Yung eksena ng
Yeah.
at saka yun. Kasi yung eksena ng psychologist and psychiatrist, ang hirap niya issue. Not for me actually, it's for the actor. It's for Jodie. The scene, the dialogue was so precise na kapag nagkamali yung acting ni Jodie, one wrong tune, hindi na mag-work. Magaganon siya. Kasi tutumbay yung buong scene. So, it has to be precise na, okay, yung dito, yung tono niya, kailan siya tututok, kailan siya sisigaw, kailan po-contain, paano niya ibabagsak. Mahirap yun. Kasing mahirap yun. Kasi kapag hindi magaling yung artista, magiging corny yung scene or hindi siya mag-work, i-delete namin. Ganun yung mangyayari. Siyempre, di ba? And then yung vape scene. For me, mahirap yung vape scene kasi yung dialogue ng mother. Sa ni Jude. Kasi, di ba sa inabot siya. Tapos yung sabi ko sa kanya, is like, kapahit-hitin mo. yun. Para yun lang magawa mo. With the wrong actor, magiging ano yun, ang corny.
Cringe.
Or hindi siya mag-work out.
Cringe.
Magki-cringe ka. Kaya sabi ko nun, kapag nung after namin issue, buti ka mo, yung cast namin is taman-tama para doon sa material, sa Untold. Kasi a lot of scenes nila is so precise na kapag nagkamali ang isa, tutumbay yung ex. Tapos makikita mo nilang, hindi siya nag-work. Ganun siya. Kaya actually, nung sinushoot na ko yun, even though you give instructions na sa artista, may fear ka eh. Parang, coach, sorry. Magumura na naman ako. Pull off kaya. Gumagang, pull off kaya yung isa. Buti ka mo na pull off ni Tita Angie, the actress na model. Yun.
I think nag-work naman siya since nag-viral yung vape scene and
Yeah.
effective dahil nagustuhan ng mga tao.
Patay na humipak.
So, yung trailer also features social injustice aspect. So, I think ako personally, okay sa akin yun kasi 'di ba, it's more than the takot factor. Merong thought-provoking pa rin somehow. Will the social injustice be a major focus din sa story?
Yeah, I think so. Actually, with Untold, our last horror movie was Shake, Rattle, and Roll Extreme. So with Untold, we wanted to create a big horror movie that was also very different from Shake. So there's definitely a big social message in this movie. And so I think, I think in some ways horror sometimes reflects our anxieties as a community.
Yes.
And I think right now there's a lot of anxieties around the type of news we are seeing, whether that's on Twitter, Facebook, or the tita sending articles on Viber.
Yeah.
Like things are getting passed around a lot at a faster pace now before things are actually verified. So Direct mentioned fake news, but sometimes not even intentional fake. And I think now more than ever, there's just a lot of anxiety about the information we're being given. And
Yes.
Untold really dives into those themes around misinformation and even situations where people choose to stay silent when they're not supposed to. I think there's a lot of meaning in this movie beyond just the action, the comedy, and the drama.
Tama siya dun. Parang one wrong, you become an enabler.
Yeah.
Diba?
Yeah.
Parang yun yung one thing na na-realize ko during pandemic.
Yeah.
Na parang, even during, nung mga nangyari during the past, di ba? Parang, pag wala kang ginawa, and then there's something happening, tapos alam mong mali, nagiging enabler ka rin.
Yeah.
Yun. As simple as that. Yung ganun. So, saka, ito, hindi naman sa parang I'm so honored and proud to work with Real. Kasi most of their materials, especially those films that was released last year, actually, most of them is naka-inject on social issues and social
Yeah.
commentary, which is one of the reason kung ba, I mean, isa sa mga sobrang kailangan natin, especially during this time. I do remember this was what's the title of that movie that you guys released with Lovey Poe. Like number one sa Netflix yun eh.
Guilty pleasure.
Guilty Pleasure. If you watch the movie, it's just mukha siyang love story, a romance between this woman, a lawyer, and this two guy. But actually, if you watch it, makikita mo yung social commentary about rape and sexual abuse na naka-inject dun sa storya. Hindi siya part lang ng parang small injection lang. Doon talaga umiikot yung storya. So, for me, I mean, like what Keith said na parang horror is the mirror of the society. Ito yung fears natin eh. Ito yung mga bagay na kinakatakutan natin as a Filipino, as a nation. And we have to show the other part for us to know na parang, where are we right now? Diba? Nasa na ba tayo? Ito na yung sitwasyon. So, yun yung tingin kong i-inject naman ng Untold then as well. And especially most of the movies of Regal na parang lagi may social commentary na pasok.
And I think it makes our movie very relatable. So we did the advanced screening, and we obviously had the press, but we also had students and guests, and they were all able to relate to the movie, and they all enjoyed it. Because I think our themes are universal, to Direct's point, to things we feel as a nation, regardless of age.
Lahat naman naghalos nag-vape.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Yeah.
Yung di ba, you mentioned also na Untold is horror and then may comedy. Kaya, yung si Jody ba to? Yung, hindi ba, sorry.
Yeah.
Siya ba to?
Oh,
Yes.
siya yan.
Ayan, kasi di ba parang meme-worthy. Ayan, yung makeup niya. And then, syempre, yung na-mention natin kanina, yung vape scene. How did those scenes came about? Diba? Yung, yan.
Paano ba? Parang naghahanap kami ng image.
We actually just wanted to give Jodie more work. So we tried to find different ways to make her life hard. This was one of those
Well,
ways.
totoo rin naman yun. Pero, yeah, naghahanap kami during that time na parang how we can show the image of kung anong epekto sa'yo. Kapag nag-manifest na yung nightmare mo as another person. Your guilt as another person. So parang, sige, gawin natin ito. Yeah. Ganun namin na Actually, hindi natin planning sa script eh. Parang wala siya sa script originally. Tapos pinag-usapan lang natin.
Ay, how much po ba yung comedy in relation to horror? Parang ilang percentage po kaya?
Naku, ang hirap yan.
Ay,
Parang
mahirap
naka-inject
na.
siya sa buong
Sobrang
body.
comedic ba siya?
Well, the movie is really horror from start to finish.
Yes. Oh.
So I would say, the comedy, siguro mga 15%.
Oh,
Basta we just try to give the audience a moment to breathe
Relax.
and relax. And then we hit them with another one.
Takutin namin kayo. And then,
Yeah.
tawarin niyo kayo. Para may relax naman kayo.
And the jokes aren't super in your face. I think Direct did a good job of making it subtle. So if you notice, tatawa ka. Pero you won't notice every single one. So people are laughing at different moments, which is also nice. But it also helps with the rewatchability because there's a lot of things that you won't see the first time you watch the movie. But you'll notice the second or the third time.
Yeah. May mga hidden Mickeys kami.
Ayan,
Yeah.
Naalala natin yan kasi nung Baleari, you mentioned na may mga secret, may Easter eggs din, mga gano'n.
Oo.
So dito, meron din ba kami may expect?
May mga nilagay kami ng mga hidden Mickeys. So hanapin nyo na sila.
So, and then sabihin namin
Kung
sa'yo,
ano yun.
legit.
Oh.
ganun.
Nag-report kami sa Direct. So, naalala ko, sir, sa Clarita, si Jodie din doon. Tapos, sobrang punishing din yung role niya doon kasi nasanib-saniban siya or she's a victim of abuse. Tapos, this time naman, yung makeup niya, gano'n siya ka-game, sir, sa mga mahihirap na scenes?
Working with Jodie, wala kasi siyang arte sa katawan. Parang wala ko naalalang anything na parang nagreklamo siya dahil may lugar or mahirap yung eksena or claustrophobic Jody eh. May claustrophobic. Claustrophobic ba tama?
Yes,
Yung ganun.
close.
So, takot si Jody sa, for example, may eksena kami na nilagay na parang, nilagay namin siya sa butas. Ano tawag doon? Yung
Sa hukay.
Sa hukay.
Yeah.
Yun. So, takot na takot si Jody nun. Yung eksena na yun.
Sa totoo yung takot niya.
Actually, yung acting niya doon, totoo kasi takot na takot talaga siya. Yun. May, dahil doon. Tapos, sobrang dali niyang katrabaho. I mean, hindi ka mahirapan sa kanya. Pag sinabi ko, Judes, kailangan mo umiga dito. Okay. Higa lang siya. Kahit yung katabi ng tubig, alam lang namin tubig ng cemetery. Hindi namin alam kung saan nanggaling yung tubig. Baka katas na. Alam mo yung gano'n. Sobrang fun niya ka-work. Wala kami naging issue.
Yeah, and then as a producer, Untold it's my first movie that I worked on end to end. And I just feel really lucky to work with Jodie because she's, like Direk said, wala siyang reklamo, but she's like really good. Like yung wide talaga yung range ni Jodie. She can do so many different things as an actress. So for this particular role, the Vivian Vera, that has so many sides to it, I'm not sure there's anybody else that could have played the role in this way.
Totoo yun. Saka siya yung tipo na artista, yung tipo na sasabihin niya, kapatid, paano gusto mong atake dito? Kaya mo na yan, ikaw na yan. Gaganin mo lang. And then magbibigay siya ng bago na, pwede pala. Kahit ako mismo minsan, nasusurprise. Pwede pala. No? Hindi mo akalain.
Sir Keith, as a producer, nung first po pinitch sa inyo yung story, ano yung naging reaction niyo or what was your first impression?
Yeah, so the first time I got involved in the story was October 2023. So by then, naka-draft 1 na si Anton ng script. And my first impression was, like from the very start, a lot of the social themes andun na sa script. So right off the bat, hooked na ako sa themes that we were exploring with this movie. So my first impression was, if this is our follow-up to Shake, Rattle, and Roll Extreme, it's a really good one. Because from the start, ang ganda na yung concept. And then from there, it's just a matter of refining it and refining it and refining it. But it was good from the first iteration.
Do you believe, sir, na pinaka-effective na genre ng movies ang horror sa pag-deliver ng mga ganong message, like yung mga social commentaries, more than rom-coms or kung drama or comedy?
Yeah, I think, well, actually somebody asked me this, like, if you're developing a story with a big social message, why would you do it in horror? And my answer is, why not? Because to me, horror is extremely accessible.
Yes.
And no matter of age, everybody can relate to horror. And if you do it the right way, the lessons will stick for a very long time because of the images that can only come from a horror movie. That's why movies like Untold can resonate really well long after the movie's done playing. And then you've seen this similarly in other movies like The Substance.
Yes.
Substance had a deep social message. And because of the images in Substance, you won't forget those messages. And it's accessible for everybody of all ages. I think sometimes it's so hard right now, especially, I mean, I'm a little old, so I'm a little, medyo malayo na ako from the Gen Z, but I think for young people, even for me, I don't like being lectured. Like if I'm watching a movie, I feel like I'm in class. If I'm going to learn something, it's nice that if I can realize something more naturally during the experience.
Yung sarili mong realization.
Yes.
Yes.
Ako din ako ng preachy na yung parang
We don't
pinupush.
we don't want that.
Yeah.
Parang as a viewer and then also as an individual, madali tayong pumitik sa ganun. Yung medyo preachy yung material or the characters.
Or the person, right?
Or the
Like the moment
person.
somebody gets too preachy, parang it's in one ear, out the other.
Yung parang dito na.
Yeah.
Mga ganun.
Agree din po kay Sir Keith na yung tumatatak sa atin ng movies yung horror kasi tayo na nga lang inaalala na lang natin ng mga movies from our childhood, yung mga horror, di ba? And Regal played a really big part ng mga childhood trauma.
Saka parang halos yata lahat ng pelikula ng Pinoy na natatandaan ko especially during the 90s and then horror. Parang galing sa
Regal.
Oo.
Yung pong logo ng Regal, yung may clouds.
Yung may...
Oo!
Nakakatakot.
Yung may cloud, tapos may buwan, tapos
Yeah.
lalabas yung logo ng Regal, tapos meron siyang skylight. Yung parang, alam mo lang na mayroong mangyayari dito.
kahit drama.
Oo, parang may horror na lalabas dito.
Ngayon, sir, nakita niyo na yung final form ng movie. Was your impression or reaction different from when it was first pitched to you?
I think because it was Derek and Enrico as the writer, my expectations were already very high, plus with Jodie. So I would say but even then, I think the final movie exceeded my expectations, which is very important to me because this is really, I would say, even just a little bit, this was the last movie that my Lola was really even a part of. So we really wanted to make it really good. And I think the whole team kind of felt that responsibility. And so when I finally saw it, I think my Lola would be very proud of this movie. I think it really parang deserves the Regal brand and all the history that comes with it.
Mahilig po ba sa horror si Brother and Lily?
Yeah. Yeah. Actually, so because I grew up and my mom gave birth to me, she was a single mom and she was working. So when I was a kid, I grew up with my Lola because she had more resources, she had more help here in the Philippines. And the first movie I remember watching with my Lola in a theater, hindi lang sa video, was our first Shake, Rattle, and Roll.
The first one?
Because the first Shake wasn't Regal. So it was actually Shake, Rattle, and Roll 2.
I see.
Yeah. And I think that movie was number 1 in the MMFF that
Yeah.
year. So that was the first horror movie that I remember watching in a theater. Actually, just right over here. So we used to have a small theater here where we used to do all our editing because all the editing used to be with the reels. That's like big. So
That
we
happened.
literally have to cut the reels to edit it.
So you need
Yeah, so we had a small theater back here to watch our movies, and that's where I saw Shake, Rattle, and Roll 2 for the first time. Yeah.
Hindi kasi may multo talaga yun. Kahit yung mataga rito.
Non-experience niyo po? Or nakwento lang sa inyo?
I mean, pag pumunta ka doon, feeling mo may multo.
Dito po sa kabila.
Yes.
Ang nga po.
I can give you guys a tour later.
Diba?
Wait lang, sa office yung nga meron ni... Naalala mo yung kasi during that... sige.
Ikaw na.
Ano lang to? We were doing a pre-production meeting ng time na yon. You're not there eh. Parang we ask you to if you could use your office. Tapos naalala ko nun, ang magkakasama ako, yung DOP ko, si Joshua, my line producer, si Jules, and then who else? May script continuity na assistant director. Parang we were planning all of the shots na gagawin namin. So nagsha-shotlist kami, tapos nung sabi namin ganun, nakabukas sa may aircon, pero malayo yung aircon doon sa CR kasi may yung CR nila nasa dulo eh. So, maya-maya, alam naman namin walang hangin. So, syempre, yung aircon naman hindi naman ganun kalakas. Tapos, di pa doon natapos yun eh. So, deadma lang kami. Sabi, wag natin pansinin. Maya-maya yung pinto.
Okay.
Sabi ko nga, tao, no? Pumasok ng CR, maya-maya lumabas. Yun. So, alam lang namin, tas lahat na kami nang kinikilabutan doon sa opisina na yun. So, parang kami, guys, gusto nyo lumipat? Mahina yung internet dito eh. Mahina yung signal. So, lumipat kami. Parang, basta nagpaalam kami nun sa inyo, di ba?
Yeah.
Na parang lumipat na lang kami, tapos hindi na lang namin ginamit yung office. Next thing, tapos nagdahilan kami, wala kasing signal na internet. Ginawa nila, pinakabitan nila ng internet. Yun, may mga ganyan experience ang building na yun.
Dito naman po wala.
Parang wala pa akong experience dito.
Yeah, parang wala pa.
Wala pa.
So actually sa audience natin ngayon, may kasama tayong marunong mag-exercise ng mga lugar na haunted, magpatawid ng mga kaluluwa. Baka gusto nito.
Hindi, punta tayo sa kabila. Bigyan natin ng tour. Baka meron siya makita.
Next,
Actually, fun fact, this used to be, over here, used to be Nora Honor's house.
Actually, this place, no?
Yeah, just across.
wala pa naman po.
Kaya pa naman.
Si Ate Guy.
Wala pa na.
But sir, na-excite kami kasi nabanggit nyo when we first talk na marami pang nakalinya for legal na horror movies this year. will we be expecting mga sequels from established IPs or something brand new like Untold?
I think you can expect both. We're constantly working on new stories, but obviously we have old franchises that we'd like to continue. So we're working on those as well.
Sir, narinig naman natin lahat yun. So marami tayong abangan from Regal this year.
Yeah. Ano po, for both of you po, what do you want to be the key takeaway po from this movie?
Like I think especially now, I just want people to first and foremost go to the theaters and have fun watching Untold with their friends, with their family. Because I think there's only horror as a unique way of bringing people together for that shared experience. And then if they learn one or two things, great. But the most important thing, enjoy sila sa movie.
Ako, tag dito, like, for me kasi ang horror, like what I've said kanina, is the social image ng isang society. So, for me, we try to inject na parang ito yung mga bagay na maybe hindi natin yan natatakutan, pero but actually, kapag pinanood mo na from outside point of view, makikita mo lang, oh nga no, possible pala ako magiging. Or baka gano'n na ako, hindi ko kaya. Yun, which is mas nakakatakot from the and then at the same time na, like what Keith said, na parang we would like, yun, kumbaga, ibalik ang tao sa cinema. Na, iba pa rin kasi yung experience na manood sa loob.
True.
Iba yung, hindi na siya, para kapag nasa bahay ka na, sa streaming platform.
And especially pag horror. Parang
Yes.
maganda yung collective screams. Sabay-sabay kayo natatawa.
Yung tipong kahit hindi mo kilala yung tao na nasa harapan mo, nagsisigaw, nagtititilim. Mas malakas pa sa'yo eh. Kasi pag nakita mo, lalaking batong naman to. Diba?
Yeah. May bonus question lang po. Ano daw, without spoiling too much, ano po yung pipiliin niyo po? Yung sisig ni Vivian or yung spaghetti ni Benji? Yeah, sisig ni Vivian, Jody, si Vivian. And then si Benji, si Joem. Ayan.
Ang hirap.
Ay!
Ikaw ang
Trailer
mas
ba?
pipiliin. Ikaw nga muna, Kit. Ano mas pipiliin mo?
Sisig ni Vivian.
Sisig ni Vivian.
At least pwede ako tumingin kay Vivian while I'm eating.
Pero pusa yun. Yeah.
Sisig din. Okay. Ayun po, thank you very much po, Direk Derek and Sir Keith. Invite nyo na po sila to watch.
Ayun po, inimbitahan po namin kayong lahat na sana panoorin. Supportahan niyo po ang Untold sa lahat po ng sinihan nationwide this coming April 30. Meron tayong international screening, right?
Yeah. So Untold will be premiering internationally as well. So very fortunate for it to get picked up. So we'll be showing in USA, Canada, and also Singapore and Hong Kong.
Doon na lang kami atan, sir.
Ayan. Thank you po ulit.
Questions kayo?
May question.
Sino ba mag-take ng questions? May questions ba kayo, guys? Walang spoilers. Wala.
Yeah. Thank you po ulit, Direk.
Thank you.
and Sir
Salamat.
Keith,
Thank you.
For indulging us. And see you in the
Thank you sa
theaters.
Silog.
Yeah, thank you.
Next time po ulit, sir.
Ayan. Thank you very much po.
Thank you.
Thank you, guys. Thank you, everyone. So, next na is yung...
A picture.
Ulit. Okay. Hello. Ayan. Ulit para i-record. So, we'll be raffling off tote bags tsaka tickets ng celebrity screening on April 29 sa Cinema 3 sa Mega Mall, 5 p.m. Ayan. So, unahin natin yung tote bags. We'll be raffling off 4 tote bags and 5 tickets. Tote bags muna, okay? Game. Dapat sumasayaw ka, Glenn, pag ginano to.
Aray.
Ang winner ay ng tote bag,
Oh my God!
Kevin!
Laki na reaction.
Congrats, Kevin! Nanalo ka ng tote bag.
So, alam na.
Congrats! Ayan. Paano maalis si Kevin?
Sana gamitin mo.
Sana pwedeng tanggalin. Ayan.
Hindi, okay. I-repeat mo na lang pag
Okay,
next.
sige. Next naman. Michael Caron. Tama ba yon? Michael? 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 Tama ba? Ito siya, oh.
Michael,
Karn? Ito na 18.
Karin, Larin.
Ay, congrats.
Ba't ayaw niyong tanggapin yung tote bag? Gusto niyo yung ticket. Sorry. Sa iba nakatadhana ang ticket.
Sayang. Next naman ay si... sabi sa'yo na nanalo ka eh. Chris, nanalo ka ng tote bag. Gusto niyo po ang Liana's perfume. Meron ba sa Shopee? Sa Facebook. Andun yung Cripsilog perfume.
Ang last cursed item for tonight.
First item, another one. Ay kay Christian.
Ang Christian.
Congrats, Christian.
Petera yan sa loob.
Ala, ayan na. Tickets.
5 yan.
5? 5, okay. Celebrity screening on April 29, Mega Mall, 5 p.m. Congratulations! Si Tarmaine? Tama
Ako
ba?
Charmaine.
Charmaine?
But si
Erica Alvarez. Charmaine pala yung mukha. Congrats! Yay!
Talaga ba, Charmaine? Ito na daw yung pinaka-ticket piece mo.
Ayan na yung
Congrats!
ticket. Congrats! Another ticket given to... Ay, okay. Hindi na to kasi nanalo na siya.
sayang.
Ulit, nanalo na si Kevin eh. Sorry. Natalie!
Ayun.
Congrats!
Baka mag-away kayo.
Ayan. Okay, ilan na lang yan? 3?
At lang.
Okay. Next naman, congratulations, Char Rillion. Ayun na. Congrats. Sabay kayo, manood kayo. Baka magkasama kayo. Thank you. Okay.
Actually, kids, may nag-request na manalo itong dalawa sa unahan pero di ko alam kung nadayain natin.
Next naman ay sina... Nasabi na ba to? Hindi pa. Okay. Jessamay. Okay, OA. Ang OA naman ng reaction. Congrats.
Congrats.
And last, Maria Edelweisnya. Congrats for winning. Yay! Ayan. Salamat
Thank you.
sa lahat ng mga nagpunta.
Thank you, Olena Scout Rally.
Thank you, Olena, sa Scout Rallios.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Ikaw, baka may coffee pa. Gusto nyo pa mag-coffee.
Ay, hindi na. Ayun.
Tara na.
Salamat sa
Thank you,
pagpunta.
guys.
Congrats.
Salamat.
Ayan.
Ang mas importanteng tanong, sino pa kaya ang pinagpapapatay mo?
Ikaw ba si Vivian? O ikaw yung mga masasamang tao?
Untold. Now showing worldwide.